I really had on the docket to talk about was how crazy the market is right now. I don't know, you might have seen, at least checking the MLS and going through it, how quickly homes are selling.
It's unbelievable.
I have an offer right now. I had a house, put it on a couple days ago. Not even that. God, I don't even know. It's been on for a day and a half. I think by the end of the night we're gonna have 5 offers on it, which is insane. Like that's just the way the market is right now, and it's crazy. And I just think it's one of those markets that I think we're in a significant housing shortage, and I don't think that we're gonna have any. We're not climbing out of this hole anytime soon. Meaning, I think this could last for a couple years. The only way I see it coming out is honestly if we have like out of town developers coming in to build
New
housing
construction.
developments.
Yeah.
But it'd be like it's tough for like an individual builder to say I'm going to build a condos or I'm going to build a whole subdivision. But some are trying to do it, but you're going to see like these big companies out of New York or Boston or Chicago or wherever, and they're going to pump in millions of dollars to build up communities around here, which would be exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I can't wait. And
yeah.
I'm 100% believer. Hopefully, I'm right. That's my belief right now. I'm hoping that 5 to 10 years from now, we can replay this footage and be like, "Wow, we were right about that."
Plattsburgh's gonna explode. I think.
I agree.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah. And I think, and people have asked too, like, we always talk about sellers market and how great it is for sellers. And I had the conversation tonight before I got here with a buyer. I said, guys, it's 100% a seller's market. It's the best time to sell in 15 years. But on the same token, interest rates are still historically low. And any house you buy now, it's going to appreciate like crazy over the next 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the median home prices for residential real estate in Clinton County from a year ago, so, and again, I'm saying median because that takes out all the crazy outliers, the highs, lows, is up almost 10%. So to take a $115,000 home that's a year ago is now selling at $165,000. And to be honest, the average sale price is 15, or the average sale price has gone up 15%. So if you add the outliers in, it's still trending more in the high direction.
Yeah.
So that's in a year. That's not like over the last 7 years. That's in 1 year. And if you look at that, there's a reason. And I had some people I've been texting today, and everybody's like, all these homes are overpriced. And I'm like, no, they were a year ago. But I said now, there's homes that come on the market. I'm looking at them like, there's no way that's going to sell pending within 10 days. And I'm like, then it comes through like MLS and it went for asking price. I'm like, how is this happening? And I mean, I'm starting to get to the point with some listings too. It's like, let's err a little bit on that high side, or like the one I was talking to you about, let's put a rate where we know all the offers are going to come in, and we'll just watch the price rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's wild right now. I've never experienced this before, but we've had to get very, 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 what's the word? Imaginative, inventive. Meaning we've had to come up with weird scenarios and how to get homes, pending and things I've never, like tricks I've never really had to do, or things I've had to come up with in order to be like, hey, here's some ways that we can negotiate to get you into a home, or here's some funky ways that in almost every home you're going up against somebody.
Yeah.
Very rarely, or you're getting in there day one to get an offer in, so no other ones can see the house and you can buy it. So it's extremely crazy. When I got into the business almost 10 years ago, it was very simple. I was working as a buyer's agent. So imagine now, like buyer's agent, and all the homes were out there. I would work with a buyer. I could take them through 10 homes next week, take them through the same 10. Next week, take them maybe through 12 homes because 2 more came on. And then it'd be like, hey, that home we saw a month ago? I think we'll make an offer on it now. Now it's like, okay, there's one home we can see, and you got to make an offer today because it's going to be off the market by tomorrow.
I have a buyer right now, and I send them the listings as soon as they come on, and this week alone, 3 homes they wanted to see. We scheduled showings, and they all were canceled because they went pending before we got to see them. And they were all like went up, and they got the email, texted me, made a showing, it was canceled. And I can tell they're getting frustrated. It's just like, just gotta be patient.
Yeah,
something's enough.
It is, and I try. I mean, it's hard in our business too because we're always looked at. Something will happen, and all of a sudden, I get this all the time. Home inspection. Deal falls apart because of home inspection. Now buyer gets pissed at me and doesn't want to work with me. It's like, I didn't do the home inspection. What are you mad at me for? I mean, and to be honest, the home inspection is up to your standards. So, you obviously have very high standards and didn't want the home, but we get that all the time. Where now we're looked at as the bad guy because the deal fell apart. I'm like,
People need someone to blame.
yeah, and it's like you can blame me, but I said it was a home inspection. I didn't do the home inspection. I didn't build the house. I just look at it as, do you want the home? No, okay, let's go find another home. Not like, well, screw you, it fell apart, we're gonna go work with another agent. It's like, well, okay, I don't know where I fall in as being the bad guy in that scenario, but at the end of the day, you bump it off and you just keep moving forward, and that's something that any realtor that's been in it long enough, you have thick skin. Like, very little bothers you, very little gets you down. You could have down moments where it's like a little dip, but at the end of the day, as long as I'm trending up, meaning, I could have a real bad week or a bad month, but it gets better. And at the end of the day, it's always getting better. You know what I mean? That's something I still, even to this day, remind myself, like on days where it's like bad days, meaning like you've had a lot more, I shouldn't say more bad, there's always more good than bad in the day, but maybe the bad stuff kind of weighs on you a little bit more on certain days. Those days are the ones that I gotta keep reminding myself, like, okay, next week will be better.
Yeah.
Or, next, even tomorrow will be better. And, I think that's a positive thing to have.